Hey guys, Sterzy here. Today I'm going to show you 2 of 3 of the world bosses in the Star Wars The Old Republic Update 1.7 called Return of the Gree. Before that though, I'm going to talk a little bit about the update itself because there's a lot that was changed and it's all really cool, in my opinion at least, and I'm sure in a lot of other people's opinions. Now, the reputation system, which is probably one of the bigger changes to it, actually allows you to acquire new ranks with certain factions throughout the game. There's the Voss, the Gree, and then so on and so forth. There's like your fleet, Republic fleet or Imperial fleet, depending on who you're playing for. Each of them you have to do different quests or heroics and stuff like that in order to acquire the reputation for them. Now, for the Gree, they changed the entire western ice shelf on Ilum. It still has the PvP stuff, but it's not as heavily focused, and I think it actually kind of livens up the area. You're still getting some PvP fights every now and then, which is great, and it definitely adds a little more excitement to it. I think it definitely changed Ilum for the better as a whole. Now, on the northern section, that's where all of the quests are located for all of the Gree reputation. Actually, at the way northern end, like the very north end, you actually will see the ship, and you can see the ship from anywhere. It is massive. That ship is the Grey Secant, which is actually where the new operation that was added in. In order to do that, though, you have to get a reputation rank of newcomer, which really doesn't take that long. And the reputation itself is actually acquirable across everything on your legacy. So you can do all of the quests on one and then switch to another and do all those, and you're good to go. I mean, it won't take you that long at all. Now, there is a weekly limit of 12,000 reputation points, which could be easily acquirable for some people. Now, there's plenty of quests in the northern area, and then in the middle there's a couple quests for PvP. Now in the center section, it is an all-out war zone. It is free for all, small groups PvP. Now in there really isn't much to say. It's just a lot of people killing other people for just random reasons. Obviously some people are just doing it because they're trolls, and that's okay. They can be trolls. Other than that, if you really want to do PvP and just have free reign, probably go there. But I think the more fun PvP is up in the northern section. In the south, I don't think there's anything there. Not to my knowledge that I've seen anything. I haven't heard anyone say that there's anything down there as well. Now, I'm actually going to switch over to the gameplay, and then I will explain the boss fights a little bit as we go. For this boss, Surg, you want 2 tanks, 3 to 4 healers, and stack up on as much DPS as you can find. It's just going to make the fight shorter, and a shorter fight means that you'll get to do a lot more boss fights, because each boss has a respawn time of 2 hours. Now for tanks, you want these 2 to be switching off. There's a debuff that you acquire, which actually increases the amount of damage that you take. Every 5 stacks, you want to switch to the other tank, and then once you switch it over to him, move to the side so that you're not getting hit by these cleaves. Now, these are doing huge amounts of damage, and there's no point in having the healers try and heal 2 tanks when they could just be healing 1. The healers, they just have to make sure that they are really putting out as much as they possibly can, because these tanks are taking huge hits. If you're DPS, you got a pretty easy job. You just make sure you get that boss done and dealt with. There'll be ads that'll pop up, and when they come, all you do, quickly switch to the ads, take them out. It won't take too long, because if you have a high enough DPS, they're gone pretty quick. And then you're just going to quickly switch back to the boss fight, and then continue spanking, Just throw as much as you can. It's highly unlikely that you're going to have to worry about switching between your two tanks very often, especially if you have this amount of DPS that we've got going here. I think we've switched maximum of 4 times. I don't really recall. Now, this boss has just over 2 million health, so again, it's not going to take too long. For us, this took about just under 3 minutes, actually. And then the drops are pretty well worth it. They will drop black hole gear, and every single member of that group will get a Gree data core, which generates medium amount of reputation. If you're a subscriber, that means that you're getting plus 630, because you get a plus 50% boost to all reputation gains. Now, as you can see right here, there's some implants, there's gloves. From what I've seen, I've only seen implants, gloves, earpieces, and boots. I'm assuming there's more. I just haven't really seen them. But this is actually the second time that I've done the boss fight. And then I kind of took a little bit of a break, kind of let other people get a chance to take him out. Let's see. And then we switch over to here. I totally cut out the travel times, plus we also had to wait for this boss to respawn. Now, this one here, definitely a much easier boss fight than the other one. You don't have to worry about tank juggling in any way. Really all it is, you have one tank who holds them there. It's good to have the second one on call, just in case. You'll see that later on. You can see these ice crystals are falling from the ceiling. It's a good idea to move, but I haven't seen them do a huge amount of damage to where it's something to worry about. But I guess I would suggest moving anyway. Apart from those falling crystals, there's only 2 things that you'll need to look out for, and those are the rage throw, in which he will throw who he's aggroed on across the room. Now, if you're a guardian, you'll be able to just leap back in, and it won't be too big of an issue. Anyone else, you might have a little bit of trouble, and that's why you have the other tank to be able to pull the aggro just in case. Now, there's the other one right here. You see how he's just pounding his fists on me. Now, that's dealing pretty good amount of damage. As you can see, my health is just dropping in huge chunks. Now, that's where you're really going to want to pay attention as a healer. Make sure your tank is getting as full amount of heals that you can dish out. Now, apart from all that, there really isn't much else to go for this. See, right there was that rage throw. See, boom. It's so simple. Now, this boss fight itself, he also has 2 million health, which, again, if you're running the same group as before in the last fight, it's not going to take too long. This took us 2 minutes, which was actually shorter than the first fight. And there he goes. He's down. And there's some more black hole gear, and then another Gree data core, which grants medium reputation gains. Now, both boss fights again have 2-hour respawn times, so definitely make sure you're looking out if you want to get into a group. So I just want to thank you guys for checking out this video of these 2 boss fights, and I am planning on getting a video for the new operation that was added in as soon as I can get a group. Also, I need to get my newcomer rank, which isn't that far away for me. I'm kind of just waiting on some friends so that I don't leave them completely in the dust. Now, I also want to give a shout out to everyone that I played with. They were all pretty cool guys. Very patient too. I'm impressed by that. I've been playing all kinds of different operations and world bosses, and people seem to get impatient and they don't last very long. But no, all of these guys ended up sitting there waiting. We ended up waiting, probably 40 45 minutes to an hour for the respawns, just because we were like, we've already done everything else, let's just chill. But there was a guild, actually, that we ended up fusing the original group with. They were called the Old Republic Dads. I really want to give them a shout out. They're a really cool, nice group of people. Really nice. They're on the Shadowlands server, but no, they're really nice guys. So I gotta say, honestly, if I ever had the chance, I would definitely run some more operations, world bosses, or anything. You know, if they ever asked me, I'd have to go and definitely take them up on that offer, just because they're a pretty fun group of guys and they seem to know what they're doing. Now, I'd also like to state that I do live streaming on Twitch TV. You can find me there at twitchtv.com/Sterzy. I don't have a set schedule for when I go live, yet, at least. I'm kind of working on getting some things a little more stable for that, and then I'm hoping to maybe do a little more videos for YouTube as well. Like I said, when I want to get that operation up so that people can watch that. So again, I want to thank you guys for checking out this video. If you really feel like it, please comment, rate, subscribe, and I hope to see you around, whether it be here or Twitch.